Hello everyone, I'm James, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be Santiana by Home Free. It came out yesterday. I wanted to catch it live, but in the end, going camping, one out. So still under 24 hours, not bad by my standards. And I wanted to say, I'm pretty sure I've heard this before. This came out a while ago, right? Or maybe it was in a medley. I'm not sure, we'll find out now. So this is Santiana, let's do it. Ale. My cup's empty. Oh. The Home Free blend right there.
Leave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana.
Ooh, that bass.
Leave her up and away we'll go.
Oh, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Hold on a second, let's go.
Leave her up and away.
Am I wrong, or because I haven't watched in a while, has Tim been on a diet or something? It looks like he's lost a ton of weight. I just realized now. Okay, well, good for him.
We'll go.
And down the hatch.
Along the plains of Mexico.
There you go.
Santiana gained a day away. Santiana, Napoleon of the West, they say. Along the plains of Mexico. Leave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana.
How do Adam and Tim breathe? I'm paying attention to the foundations here of this beat that keeps escalating, and it's like a metronome. It must be difficult to find the space to breathe. And anyway, paying attention to what what this is about, still a bit confused. Let me turn on the captions here.
Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. She's a fast clipper ship and a bully good crew. Away, Santiana, and an old salty yank for a captain too.
Old salty yank. So, okay, progressively more confused here. So is this production, because Santiana obviously the general, right, in the US-Mexico War, Santana. So is this a bit tongue-in-cheek here? Old salty yank, so the British variant. Okay, we'll keep going.
And an old salty yank for a captain too. Along the plains of Mexico.
Leave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana. Heave her up and away we'll go. Along the plains of Mexico.
Santiana fought for gold. Away, Santiana. Oh.
I love Bastion, right? I think at the beginning I couldn't really hear him because I was so used to Austin, but I think Austin's voice, as amazing, it's got a great voice, obviously, and I wish him the best, in his solo career. I think he's suited to solo, by the way. But Bastion seems to have a more choral. His voice kind of really meshes really well. It doesn't jump out as much as Austin's to me, but it fits the kind of a cappella, that kind of wall of sound. It really meshes well to the point where initially I had trouble hearing it. So now he's kind of duoing with Rob, whose voice I can really hear very well, but it sounds so beautiful when coupled or within this, not to say it's not solo, but you can do solo, obviously, but initially it was harder for me to hear him. Then Austin.
Away, Santiana, around Cape Horn through the ice and snow, along the plains of Mexico. Leave her up and away we'll go. Away, Santiana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. 'Twas on the field of
Sorry, I just wanted to go back. I love that by chance. He fits the whole sea shanty thing just down to a T. He's basically the personification of sea shanties to me. His voice, even his appearance, and doing a little voice acting there with the. Okay, let's go.
On the plains of Mexico. 'Twas on the field of Molly Del Rey. Away, Mexico. Well,
Heave her up and away we'll go away.
So is this about, this is obviously, I'm trying to piece it together. So this is obviously about like, you know, heave up and go away, whatever. That's about running away, right? So, okay.
Mexico. Well,
Heave her up and away we'll go away. Santiana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico.
it was a fierce and bitter strife.
Away, Santiana.
The General Taylor took his life
Along the plains of Mexico. Well, heave her up and away we'll go away, Santiana. Heave her up and away we'll go along the plains of Mexico. Along the plains of Mexico. Santi.
Wow, I love that shot there with them all lined up like that. So, okay, you correct me if I'm wrong, and I am wrong, but the comments are always where I learn about what I'm watching after the fact, right? But it sounds like they're making fun of, I don't know, is it the, like, of Santiana's forces running away or something like that? Because it sounds like it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, like it's, oh, we're for Santana, but it's actually making fun of them. I don't know anything about the US-Mexico War. I just know it existed, so you'll correct me, but it feels tongue-in-cheek to me. It feels like it's a bit of a piss take, as it were, as we'd say here. Anyway, love this shot. Now it slows down, and this is my favorite part with Home Free, the harmonies.
Santiana, now we mourn. Away, Santiana. We left him buried off Cape Horn. Along the plains of Mexico.
Wow. Oh, I have to say, I'm loving the chants, Rob and Bastian, you know, like those three-part harmonies for them, absolutely incredible. And Tim adding, you know, that color on the bass, really nice blend by these guys. And this is my favorite part of any Home Free song. It's just the isolated harmonies. It's so warm, so beautiful, and it's not overly complex. They're not, you know, they're not being flashy. It's just the voices, you know, just these simple, beautiful, warm harmonies. Listen. Whoa, what happened there? Did I get hit? Anyway, that's the end of the video. So, okay, gonna try and wrap my head around this. There's a lot going on, a lot I'm missing here, as always with Home Free, since the historical angle is really not something I was ever taught in school here in Europe, so it's always comes as a surprise, but I always end up learning a lot, right? So, if you were just here for the reaction, thank you very much. That's pretty much it. If you're here to see what I think about the whole production, then give me a couple of minutes and I'll give it to you. Thank you. All right, so I did cheat a little bit. I went through the comments to try and see what this was about. So apparently, this is about the British, actually, fleeing the battle and joining Santana, sorry, and all the different ways of saying Santana. But apparently it's about which would explain the use of the word yank and the feeling I had that it was tongue-in-cheek, because it is, right? It's about the Brits fleeing across the plains of Mexico. At least that's what I gather. You'll correct me. But what an interesting song this is. I'm loving their sea shanty angle. It's just perfect for them, you know. It's all about harmonies. It fits the a cappella mold perfectly. It fits their voices perfectly. And Chance is obviously, as I said, the personification of the sea shanty. So really enjoyable, as always. I'm looking forward to getting a history lesson here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I expressed... the only real thing I want to say is this is something like 16 verses, repetitive verses, right? And it must be extremely difficult with sea shanties, and this production in particular, to make that kind of repetitiveness interesting. And they don't actually do anything. There's some progression, the beat gets quicker, but there's not really, they're not doing a whole lot to, it's just their voices. Their voices are good enough, interesting enough, and you know, that you can do that. So you can go through 16 verses and not feel bored, you know. And this is the kind of song I'd put on at home. I'd get the housework done in about a third of the time I usually would, because it's, and this one's energetic. Really, I enjoyed it, as I always do. And I was looking for more home free stuff to do, but they've been so productive that every time I go and look, there's a new production. They're really quick with their stuff. So thank you very much for being here. If you made it this far, you're a legend, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.